Today we embark on an audacious journey to explore one of the most extraordinary narratives from the Bible, Jesus walking on water. This story is not just a fascinating tale, but an emblematic representation of faith that has both intrigued and inspired believers for generations. As we delve into this miraculous event, we'll also entertain the notion of attempting the impossible ourselves, if only to glimpse the enormity of this divine act. Let's begin by revisiting the setting of this biblical account. According to the Gospel of Matthew, after a day of teaching and performing miracles, Jesus sent his disciples ahead of him by boat across the Sea of Galilee, while he stayed behind to pray. As night descended and the disciples found themselves battling a fierce storm, they encountered a sight that would forever change their understanding of faith and power. In the midst of chaos and uncertainty, Jesus appeared, walking unfazed across the turbulent waters towards them. To some, this scene, a man defying the laws of physics and nature, might seem like nothing more than an ancient myth, crafted to bolster belief. Yet within this narrative lies profound insights into the nature of faith itself. The act of walking on water is symbolic of transcending the ordinary and entering into a realm where faith overcomes fear and doubt. It's a reminder of the divine presence that can bring peace in the midst of our own life's storms. The story continues with a moment that resonates deeply with many. As Jesus approached, the disciples were terrified, mistaking him for a ghost. In their fear, Jesus reassured them with the powerful words, "Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." In that instant, Peter, one of the disciples, demonstrated both faith and human vulnerability. He asked to join Jesus on the water. Stepping out in faith, Peter initially walked toward Jesus. But as doubt crept in and he felt the wind's fury, he began to sink. Jesus reached out, saving him, and remarked, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Here, the narrative shifts from the miraculous to the deeply personal. We are reminded that faith is not the absence of doubt, but the courage to take steps toward the divine despite the waves of uncertainty around us. Peter's experience encapsulates the human condition, a mix of faith, doubt, courage, and fragility. As adventurous as it would be to replicate such a feat, walking on literal water without divine intervention remains beyond our grasp. However, the story invites us to walk on the metaphorical waters in our own lives. It encourages us to step boldly into the unknown, sustained by faith, even when the path seems impossible. In conclusion, this biblical story of Jesus walking on water is not just a tale of supernatural wonder. It's a narrative rich with spiritual metaphor and human relevance. It calls us to reflect on our own journey, urging us to rise above our fears and embrace the power of faith. As we ponder this story today, let it serve as a source of inspiration, a catalyst for courage, and an invitation to experience the extraordinary within the ordinary.